Hello everyone and very warm welcome to my live stream. Thank you for joining me live today on Facebook and LinkedIn. And today's session is not about lecture, but it is like a conversation about purpose, education, and impact. For the next 15 to 20 minutes, I will be sharing my journey, my goal, and some critical questions that keep shaping my vision of becoming a global educationist. So, I am Ira Mushtaq and I am an educationist. And I am a facilitator and a lifelong learner with a strong belief that education should not be limited by geography, resources, or traditional systems. I currently work in online education and support students and parents and actively explore how technology, critical thinking, and values based learning can reshape classrooms globally. So, my long term goal is to become a global educationist, someone who contributes to education systems, empowers teachers and learners, and help create meaningful, inclusive learning experience across borders. So, I am live with Sarabaji.com, that is the AI chatbot for my assistance and for my learning. So, let me open the voice mode of Sarabaji.com for my learning. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. How can I help?
Okay. So you know that I talk with you daily, and my topic always remains same. That is my goal to become a global educationist. So today I'm live on Facebook and LinkedIn with the same session with you. So are you ready for this live session with me? By the way, we are live on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Yes, I understand. I'm ready to discuss your goal of becoming a global educationalist. What would you like to start with today?
As you know that I prepare a list of questions to ask you to clarify more about my goal, and you assist me, you guide me, and you teach me, and I learn a lot with you with the help of sarabaji.com. So are you ready for this session with me?
Yes, I am ready. Please feel free to ask your questions about your goal. I'm here to assist and guide you. What's your first question?
Okay. So my first question is, what does being a global educationist truly mean beyond titles and labels?
It goes beyond just having a title. It's about being aware of different educational practices and perspectives around the world. It's about using that knowledge to influence and improve education for people in various contexts. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. So I'm moving toward my second question, that is, how can education remain human centered in an increasingly AI driven world? Very important question.
That is a great question. To keep education human centered, we need to focus on things like creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence, things that AI is less capable of. Also, ensuring that AI tools are used to support educators, not replace them. What do you think?
Okay, so you are right that when you said that and education should be human centered and we need to focus on things like creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence things, you are right that AI is less capable. Okay, and also ensuring that AI tools are used to support educators, not replace them. You are absolutely right. I'm agree with you. So I'm moving toward my next question, that is, are we preparing students for exam or for life? What do you think, and what is your suggestion? What a global education should do? Can it prepare a student for exams or for a life?
That's a really important question. Ideally, education should prepare students for life, not just exams. It should equip them with skills and knowledge that they can use in the real world. Global educationalists can help with this by advocating for more holistic curricula and teaching methods that promote critical thinking and problem solving. What are your thoughts on this?
Yes, you are right. When you said that it is very important that education should prepare students for life, not just for exam. You are right. I agree with you. And education should equip them with skills and knowledge that can use in the real world. So global educationists or global education can help with this by advocating for more holistic curriculum and teaching methods that promote critical thinking and problem solving. So, can you explain me what do you mean by holistic curricula? What do you mean by this? Explain this more to me. Are you listening me?
Yes, I'm here. Holistic curricula refers to educational programs that focus not just on academic subjects, but also on the student's social, emotional, and sometimes spiritual development. It's about educating the whole person. Does that clarify things for you?
Yes, now I understand your point. By holistic curricula, you mean that educational program that focus not only on academic subjects but also on the students' social and emotional and sometimes spiritual development. Very good. Thank you very much. I am moving toward my next question that is, how can global education respect local cultures while promoting universal values?
That's a complex question. Global education should strive to support cultural diversity while also emphasizing values like respect, peace, and equality, which are important for everyone. This can be done through curriculum design that includes diverse perspectives and promotes understanding of different cultures. Does that make sense?
Yes, you're right that global education should strive to support cultural diversity and while emphasizing values like respect, peace, and equality, which are important for everyone. So, this can be done through curriculum design that includes diverse perspectives and promote understanding of different cultures. So, can you explain me more about what do you mean by diverse perspectives? Explain this term to me in a simple example. Are you hearing me? Okay, the conversation was ended. So, my question is that you said that global education should strive to support cultural diversity while also emphasizing values like respect, peace, and equality, which are important for everyone. So, this can be done through curriculum design that includes diverse perspectives and promotes understanding of different cultures. So, can you explain me what do you mean by diverse perspective? Explain this term in a in a more easy way with a simple example for my understanding.
Diverse perspectives means understanding and considering the viewpoints of people from different backgrounds, cultures, and experiences. For example, reading a story written by an author from a different country could give you a different perspective on life and traditions. Does that make sense?
Okay, you are right. Now I understand, and that the meaning of diverse perspective. Okay, I'm moving toward my next question. That is,
Please go ahead.
okay, what skills will matter most for learners in the next 10 years?
Many experts believe critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, and collaboration will be very important. Also, adaptability and digital literacy will continue to be crucial. Is there any particular skill set you're interested in?
No, I was asking from your side, and okay, you said that critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, and collaboration are very important. Okay, so I'm moving toward my next question, that is, how can educators shift from content delivery to mindset building?
Educators can shift by focusing on teaching critical thinking and problem solving skills rather than just providing information. Encouraging curiosity, exploration, and failure as learning opportunities is also key. They can also help students develop a growth mindset. Does that give you a better idea?
Yes, you are right. I want to tell my audience that if you are enjoying this session, so don't forget to like, comment, and share with your friends, your families, your siblings, and your children. Because when you support the content like my content, you help me to create more valuable content like this, and you help your loved ones and your childrens and your students for their learning. So I'm moving toward your answer, that you said that teaching critical thinking and problem solving skills, and they are more important, and rather than just providing information, so encourage curiosity, exploration, and failure as a learning opportunity is also the key. So you are right. I asked you that uh, how can educators shift from content delivery to mindset building? What steps educators should take to shift from content delivery to mindset building? What do you think about it?
Educators can shift by implementing project based learning, encouraging student led discussions, and using authentic assessments that measure understanding and application of knowledge. They should also provide frequent and personalized feedback, which helps students develop a sense of ownership over their learning. Does that help clarify the steps?
Okay, first you said that educators should shift themselves in implementing project based learning. Okay, then you said that encouraging student led discussions. Thirdly, you said that authentic assessment that measure understanding and application of the knowledge. Okay, so these things should provide frequent and personalized feedback, and it will help students to develop a sense of ownership over their learning. So you are absolutely right. We all of educators should shift toward this approach. I'm moving toward my next question, that is, what role should empathy play in modern education systems?
Empathy is very important. It helps students build stronger relationships, understand others' perspectives, and contribute more meaningfully to their communities. It also helps create a more inclusive learning environment. Is there a specific way you think empathy should be taught?
You said that we students should build strong relationships, understand others and their perspectives, and contribute more meaningfully to their communities. Okay, you are right. You are absolutely right. I am agree with you. So I am asking my last question, that is about, are teachers being empowered enough to innovate and lead change? What do you think about it?
Some teachers are empowered, but many face constraints like limited resources, curriculum pressures, and time for professional development. Creating a supportive and collaborative environment, along with providing greater autonomy, would empower them more. Do you think specific training or resources could help?
So you said that limited resources and curriculum pressures and time for professional development, and creating a sportive and collaborative environment along with providing great autonomy would empower them more. So what do you mean by greater autonomy? Explain this thing. What is this greater autonomy?
Greater autonomy means giving
Autonomy.
teachers more freedom. more freedom to make decisions about their teaching methods and curriculum, allowing them to tailor their instruction to the specific needs of their students. It also involves giving them more say in professional development opportunities and school wide decisions. Does that make more sense?
Okay, you give me a lot of information that the greater autonomy means that more freedom to make decisions about their teaching method and curriculum and allowing them to tailor their instructions to the specific needs of their students. So it also involves giving them more say in professional development opportunities and school-wide decisions. So it is very important thing you teach me, and it was my last question. So I will end up this session with these ending lines as that I continue this journey toward becoming a global educationist, and I invite all the viewers who are watching me live or who will watch this video in the recording to reflect on your own role in education, whether as a teacher, parent, student, or lifelong learner. So, if this session resonates with you, please like, share, and comment. And if you are watching on the YouTube, don't forget to subscribe for more conversation like this. Thank you for your time, for your presence, and for your commitment to learning. Together, let's reimagine education and take care of yourself. I will come again tomorrow with the same topic but different questions, with different questions and with different learning. We will learn together new things and we will explore new things. Till then, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.